Hello guys and welcome to Laravel 7 tutorials. So guys, in the previous video we successfully implemented the profile functionality so that if any specific user wants to update his or her profile, he can simply do it from right here. So guys, in this specific video we are going to implement the unique views functionality for the blogs, and later on we are going to implement the filter based on the unique views. We are going to show blogs right here so that let's say if any specific user wants to see the latest or the most viewed blog, he or she can simply click right here. Okay, so in this specific video we are going to implement the unique views functionality, and for that we are going to implement the relation between the blogs and the views, or you can say visitor. So without further talking, let's start. And first of all, I just want to mention one thing right here guys. Let's say if I want to access this blog and I come here, and let's say if I'm using Laravel increment, let me show you with an example. So let's say increment right here, this one, increment or decrement. So yeah, Laravel provides us with the increment functionality, but this increment functionality is going to do something like this. Let's say if you come right here and if you refresh this page, it is going to count it as a new view. So let's say if in any case you want to implement that, you can use this. Let me show you. Increment. Sorry. Oops. Yeah. Sorry for that guys. I think my internet is quite slow for now. Okay, so this is how you can simply increment a column. This is the column name right here, and this is the step that you want to move forward. In your case, if you are working with the views, you can simply write one here, and that's it. That will do the trick. Okay, but for that you need to create a new column in which you are going to implement or increment this view, and for the decrement purpose you can simply use this. But in our case we are going to implement unique views based on the IP. So let's say if I am right here on this specific blog and I am doing a refresh right here, I don't want this refresh to be counted as a view. We are going to check for the unique IP. And for that we need to create a relationship between the blogs and the views, or you can say visitor. So yeah, let's start. And first of all, for that I need a model of views or visitor, and in my case I'm going to create a model for visitor with the migration. So yeah, let's move to git bash. Let's drop our project php artisan make model name is, let's say, visitor, and I want its migration as well. So yeah, it's created right here. Let's move to Sublime, let's move to database migration, and it's right here. So first of all, let's complete this table. So $table, I want to specify the foreign key. So for that, unsigned big integer, and the column name would be blog underscore id, just like that. Okay, let's create another one for the IP. So table string IP, just like that. Now since we are using this blog underscore id as a foreign key, so we need to define it right here. So $table foreign, sorry for that, I misspelled it, sorry for that guys. Okay, so foreign blog underscore id on, sorry, references id on table name logs, in this case on delete cascade. Okay, just like that. Now let's run this migration so that we can see if it's working fine or not. Otherwise we are going to fix the issue. Okay, so yeah, php artisan migrate. Okay guys, so migration ran successfully. Now let's see it in the database. So I'm going to refresh and we should be able to see a new column, new table right here, which is right here. Okay, so yeah, it's fine. Now let's move to the model of visitor and the blog so that we can create the relationship. And in this case I'm going to create a relationship of one to many. Okay, you can implement many to many as well. It's totally up to you, it's totally up to your logic, but in my case I think this is more relevant. Like one blog can have or has many visitor, and many visitor belongs to one specific blog as well as we can say that for the other blogs as well, like many to many. Okay, so yeah, in my case I'm going to implement has many. By has many I mean one to many. Okay, so yeah, let's move to blog first, and I'm going to close this migration, and let's open the visitor and the blog migration right here. Okay, so yeah, let's create a relationship. So for that, let's say blog has many visitors. Okay, public function, and the method name would be visitors, just like that. And let's say return $this has many app and slash, sorry for that, so yeah, app visitor. Okay, yeah, okay, so now it's fine. Let's move to visitor so that we can implement the inverse relationship. And first of all, I'm going to define the protected $fillable properties. Fillable equals to, and first of all, blog ID, and the second column is IP. We need to define all the column right here, okay, because we are going to use Eloquent. Yeah, so let's move forward. Now let's implement the relationship. So many visitors, let's say, belongs to blogs, or many blogs, one blog. You can write whatever you like. Okay, so in my case, I will proceed just like that. So public function blogs, I think I misspelled it, yeah, function blogs, and let's move forward, and let's return $this belongs to, and belongs to, any guesses guys? App, and the table name in this case blog. Yeah, so now our relationship is in place. Now what we need to do is let's proceed forward, and first of all I need to check, sorry for that, right here let's access our database. So yeah, we need to access this route so that we can implement the views related changes. So for that, let's open the web file so that we can get the URL. So I think this is the one. Yeah, blog details, it is returning the blog details. So yeah, let's move to front end controller. Okay, now let's DD here just to be on the safe side. Okay, let's do a refresh. Okay, so I think, yeah, we stopped it because of the migration. So PHP artisan, so let's do a refresh. Okay, so yeah, we are right here. Now what I need to do is I need to get the IP, and for that I can simply use request with get as well. Okay, so $request and pass the URL, whatever it is. Now let's get the IP. So $IP is equals to $request IP, just like that. Okay, let's dump our IP. Yeah, let's view the IP in action. Let's do a refresh, and right here you can see my localhost IP, since I am on a localhost right now. Okay, so that's why. Okay, because my website and I am on the same network, on the same workstation, and actually this project is running right here on this workstation. Okay, so yeah, I hope this doesn't confuse you. Okay, let's move forward. Now what I need to do is guys, first of all, I have seen something right here, that is we are not handling this efficiently. Let's say if I change the URL, this should crash. Exactly. So yeah, what can we do to prevent this? Yeah, so because this is happening because we have changed the URL, and right here we are not able to find any blog. Let me show you. Okay, refresh, and right here you can see null. So we are trying to get the tags for null, which is nothing. So that's why we are the code is crashing. So we need to reduce that. How? Let's put a condition as simple as that. If $blog, you need to do this, else you need to show abort 404. Not found, right? Makes sense. Okay, let's cut this from right here, Control X, and let's paste it right here. Okay guys, so I hope it makes sense now. Let's do a refresh, and right here now you can see we are showing 404. Okay, so it's working fine now. Now it's correctly handled. Okay guys, now the next task is, in order to insert or create a unique view, we need the IP, which we already got from right here using the request method. Okay, sorry, not the method but request. But now we need to get the blog as well, and we need to handle that, and we need to create the records related to that IP and the blog ID. And for that, what I'm going to do is, after we reach right here, let's say we were able to find the blog, now I can do my extra coding or extra stuff for the insertion right here. So yeah, let's do $this insert unique view or views, whatever you would like. So $IP, I'm going to pass the IP as well as the blog. Okay, complete, just like that. So yeah, let's uncomment this IP and we are good to go. Sorry for that guys. Yeah, let's create this method, because in this case we are going to crash the code. Our code is going to crash. Why? Because we don't have this method. So let's create it, and for that I will move down right here at the bottom. Let's create it. Insert unique views. Okay, so public function insert unique view, we are expecting the IP and the blog. Okay, yeah, so let's DD the IP just to be on the safe side once again, and I need to get the ID from this blog. Okay, we are passing the whole blog from there, so we can simply get the ID using this. Let's do a refresh. Okay, so our localhost IP is this and our blog ID is this. So yeah, it's fine. Now we can simply insert it. Let's say insert unique view, or let's say insert, let's say unique view, and let's use visitor create, and I need to create blog underscore ID. Actually I am going to create and put something in the blog ID. And any guesses guys? So right here we are going to pass the blog ID that we have from right there, and also I need to insert something in the IP column, and for that we can simply use $IP, which we got from the the other method. So yeah, that's fine. Now let's align this. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, now let me move it right here a bit. Sorry for that guys. Yeah, so now we can simply DD for done, just to make sure. Let's do a refresh. Okay, so I forgot to include this class, so let's move to top, use app visitor. Let's do a refresh once again, and yeah, done. So let's see if we have anything right here. So guys, we have successfully implemented the visitor or view functionality, but in this case it's not efficiently handling the unique view. Let me show you with an example. Let's do a refresh on the same page again. So yeah, let's do a refresh right here as well. Sorry for that. Let's do refresh once again. Done. Refresh here, and now you can see we have same record repeated right here, and we need to restrict that. Okay, because in this case we need to create a unique view functionality. If I visit the same page again, it is going to count it, see, and it is going to insert it. So yeah, let's restrict that. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check for the visitor. So for that I will simply do $check visitor, sorry, visitor. I don't know why I'm doing too much typo. Okay, so visitor where blog underscore ID is equals to $blog ID, and where in this case we are implementing the AND condition. Okay, we are only going to find a record where the blog ID is same as well as the IP. So yeah, let's complete this condition where IP is equals to $IP, and I need to get it just like that. Okay, so yeah, it's fine now. Let's move forward right here, and yeah, looks fine. Okay, so now we are checking for the visitor. Now I can simply place my condition right here. If dollar, let's say count, we can simply count it. So check visitor is greater than 0, then what you need to do is return true. Return true. Okay, else you need to insert it using this. Control X, let's move up, let's paste it right here, just like that. Yeah, and let's remove this DD from right here, and let's return true from here as well. Return true. So guys, now let's discuss this once again. First of all guys, whenever I'm going to visit my blog details page, I'm going to get the unique IP or the IP of that any specific user, whoever it is. Okay, once I have that, I'm checking for the blog so that we can display it on the blog details page. After that, let's say if in any case I have a blog, I will proceed right here to this code, or else we are going to show about 404. Now let's move to this blog. If we have a blog, we are inserting a unique view, but for that first we are checking the unique view. So let's move to this method right here. First of all, now in this case I am checking for the visitor where blog ID is this specific ID, whichever blog I am trying to access, and I'm also checking the IP of the user that is trying to access that specific blog. So in this case the condition is AND, where this is true and as well as this one is true. We are going to get the result, and in that case let me show you. Let's DD so that it makes sense. DD $check visitor. So because I have already accessed the first blog multiple times, so let's try to do it once again. Okay, so in this case you can see we have 3 results related to this check visitor. So in that case, check visitor count is greater than 0, we are going to do nothing and we are returning true. Else, let's say if I check it in this specific case, which is we are not going to do anything, but let me show you with another example. Let's try to access any other block. Let's try this one. So right here you can see we are not able to find anything. Why? Because we haven't inserted blog ID, which is whatever this block contains, and the IP that I have. So we don't have that record in this blogging system. Okay, so that's why we are not able to find it. Now in that case we are going to move to else. Because the condition is not true, we are going to move right here. We are going to create a blog, and that's it. Voila. So yeah, let's try to see this in action, whatever we have discussed. So for that, let's remove the DD. I think I have a DD right there still. No, yeah, now fine. Let's move forward. Let's do a refresh once again. Let's try to access this blog now. So in this case we should have a unique view right here. Okay, you can see blog ID is 3 and my IP. Let's try to do a refresh. So let's do a refresh right here as well, so you can see the result, and you can see it's working perfectly fine because it didn't count this view again for the F5. Okay, let's try this one, first one, for which we have multiple records. So yeah, right here you can see. Okay, let's try to see it right here, and you can see it's working perfectly fine because it didn't count it. Why? Because the blog ID is same and the IP is same, so it's working perfectly fine. Now in order to let's say if you want to return the view, we are also going to do that. We are going to display the views right here as well, but before that I just want to show you something that you can use and test this functionality by using your local environment by defining your local IP and not the local host IP. So yeah, what I'm going to do is, let me show you. I'm going to stop my project. Let's move to CMD. I will type ipconfig to check my IP. So my IP is right here. You can see IPv4 address 192.168.1.79. Now let's run our Laravel project on this IP. PHP artisan serve -- host equals to 192.168.1.79 and -- port or -- port equals to 8080. Enter. Now we are not running our local blogging system on 127, so yeah, it isn't going to work. See this. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to access our application using this IP with the port. So yeah, let's do that. 192.168.1.79:8080, and right here you can see the result. So let's test this functionality once again. You can see the results right here. Now let's give a new unique view, because in this case my IP is changed. Okay, yeah, so let's access this right here. Let's do a refresh right here and you will see the result. We are getting the IP. So yeah, let's move back. Let's try another one, this one, let's say. So yeah, let's do a refresh once again and you can see a unique view. Now what I'm going to do is just give me a minute and I'm going to access this application using my mobile, because now we are running our blogging system on the local host, not on the local host environment but the local environment by using the IP. So whoever is in the same network can access this IP. So I'm going to access this project using my IP. Let me just access it. Just give me a minute. And for that I need to type HTTP and the IP. You can also do that. Okay, so HTTP and the IP, and let's go. Okay guys, so now I have accessed my blogging system on my mobile. Now I am going to give it a unique view as well. First of all, I'm going to access this one. So from mobile, done. Now we can simply do a refresh right here and you will see the result. Okay, now let's try to access another one. Sorry for that. Let's try to access this one. Oops, sorry, I made a mistake. I'm trying to access it from right there. Sorry guys, sorry. And the IP is changed. Sorry for that. I need to access my IP once again, 192.168.1.79 and the port. Okay, so now it should work. Now I'm going to access this one, second one, from my mobile. Let's move here. Let's do a refresh. It didn't count it because I didn't do anything. Sorry for that guys. Let's do a refresh and right here you can see the result. Now I'm going to, let's say, access this third one. You can see we have only one record related to that. So let me try that from mobile right here and you will see a result right here now. So yeah guys, now it's working perfectly fine. You can see we have a unique IP. Every device has a unique IP, even in the local environment. So if you have, let's say if you have mobile, your laptop, your workstation, like PC, you will have different local environment IP. Okay, so in that case this IP is unique from one another. So yeah, our condition is true. Just to be on the safe side, I'm just telling you if you don't have any networking knowledge. So yeah guys, but let me tell you one more thing, that let's say if you have one mobile, one workstation, one laptop, and you are accessing anything like, for example, Facebook. So now in that case you are using your public IP, which is defined on the router side. Okay, and it depends on your IPS, how many IP he provides you, and depending on your the type of your network. So in my case I have only one IP. So let me show you. Check my IP. You can just do this and you will find your internet IP. So this is my internet accessing IP and this is my local environment IP. Okay, so yeah, so whenever you are going to view the same blog from let's say if my application is live and now you want to see this application on the internet, what you are going to do is, if you access the specific blog from a laptop, it will count one view. Now if you will try to access it from using the mobile, it won't count. Okay, so that's how unique IP works. So yeah, that's it. So now what we can do is let's get the unique views and display it right here on this page as well. Let me show you right here. So for that, what I'm going to do is let's move up from where we are returning the blog's detail page. So now once we have inserted the view, now what we can do is get the unique views, count of unique views. So $views is equals to visitor where blog ID equals to $blog ID, and that's it. I need the count. As simple as that. Let's do dd. Let's do a refresh, and right here you can see we have 5 in total because it's counting the previous one, first, second, third. So if we remove, let's say this one, first and second, and let's delete it. So yeah, let's do a refresh once again. Now it should be 3. Yeah, so first record were duplicated, as you know the reason, because we were not checking for the unique visitor. Yeah, now it's fine. Now we can simply return $views, not like that, sorry, views. Okay, let's access our blog details blade. So blog detail right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this text span and let's paste it right here. Once again, let's do the alignment and let's change it to unique views. Okay, let's remove this for each. I don't need it. I don't need the and for, as I'm not using a for loop. And let's change it to views. If we have views, show the views, else do nothing. So yeah, let's do a refresh, and now we have our unique views right here. So let's try another one, this one, let's say. So we have 2 unique views, you know the reason, one for the local host IP and one for the local IP. So in this case we have only 1 view, and let's try one blog that we haven't visited yet. So let's try this one. So in this case what we are going to do is we are going to get right here, we are going to get the IP, we are going to find the blog, then we have the blog, we are going to insert the view, we are going to move right here, just an overcap. Okay, we are going to check this does not exist, and right here we will receive let's say in that case if we don't have a view, this condition matches, this condition is false, we will move to else condition, we are going to insert it, that's it, return to top, and from here we will return our view. That's it. So yeah, right here you can see only 1 view. So that's it from this specific video, guys, and I hope you guys like this functionality. In the next video we are going to implement what we discussed in the beginning lectures. Let me show you this one. So in the next video we are going to implement popular blogs based on unique views. So we are going to implement a filter for the popular blogs based on the unique view count. We are going to, let's say, show 3 or 4 right here so that anyone can get if let's say if someone wants to view the most popular blog, he can simply click right here based on the views, and that's it. So yeah, that's it from this video, guys. In the next video we are going to implement the popular blog functionality based on unique view. I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, share. Thank you, take care, and yes guys, be ready for the next one. Okay, take care.